Also, I want you guys to know I've been recording for the last 14 minutes. So.
What?
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
You're serious?
Yeah. All right. Hey guys, Chrono here with a full group of people, except for two people who aren't here. One of them is Fairy. She's injured in combat. The other one is Star, who muted herself. Oh no, you're back. Welcome back, Star.
Oh, Star's back. Okay.
I'm not that injured.
Oh,
Okay, so we have a full crew.
What a
I lied to
trooper.
you. Yeah. Right.
what a trooper! Through injury, still here.
Yeah. So here we are. Week. Is this 4? I don't know what week this is or what podcast this is. Is this 4?
Yeah.
4.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
It's probably still number 1 to you.
Say again.
It's probably still podcast 1 to you.
Some of you people haven't been here in a while.
How-
Yeah.
It's been me, Fairy,
Okay,
and
we
Star
were,
for a
we
while.
were all here
Yeah.
the first week. Okay.
And then
The
you two
first
failed
week.
for the next 2 weeks.
I
Yeah.
couldn't come. Wait, next 2 weeks?
Yeah, we did 2
Was I
weeks
here?
without you.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
weeks 2 and 3.
Oh,
Same.
maybe.
Oh, like
We both were just in the first podcast, and then we didn't came for the second and third week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
abandoned us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have Wi-Fi. How was I supposed to come?
Deserters.
Are you telling me you couldn't like go to a McDonald's, get on your phone, get on their Wi-Fi, and join the podcast from there?
Oh, what am I, rich? How am I supposed to walk?
McDonald's.
Am I walk
Okay.
there? Do I have a car? I do.
Yeah, you're supposed to walk there in your car. That's how that's supposed to go.
Yes, the Flintstone style.
All right. We got a lot of matches that were really, really fun this week, so let's go ahead and get to that. Do we want to go through all the matches one by one?
If
Um,
you want to, we can.
Okay, well, I won't go through all the details of everyone, but let's go through the winners of every match. So Killer's team won their match against Darkness. No Connection won their match against Team Warriors. The Free XP won their match against Door Breakers. Los Pijudos won their match against Veteran Nia. The Weeb Dream team won their match against KY. Exodial won their match against Team Evolution. Sorry, DB. Lightning Bolts won their match against the Team 2657. And the Romaine Gods won their match against Caps Lock Warriors, which is different than Team Warriors. So, a couple of those matches were a lot of fun, and I think the most interesting one that we had basically all weekend was KY versus the Weeb Dream team.
yes.
So, DB, talk about it. Go.
Okay, first of all, my match was rigged. Because okay, I'm actually gonna be very honest here. I have received complaints about Chrono being favoring some other teams. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about that.
Go for it. Go for it.
You know, not right now, but I
No,
have
you can go right now if you want.
got those. Okay, so I don't know. Someone said that while Chrono was commentating, he was more hyped. It was in the match KY versus Weebdream. And he said that Chrono was more hyped when Weebdream was making kills, but he showed his like least of expressions when I was making kills. Said by the member of KY.
When you were making
it's like-
kills?
When Weebdream, like Erlans
Oh.
and Flair were making kills, you were really hyped. But when the other team was making kills, you weren't.
hmm
So it was like Chrono was favoring him.
Okay, I apologize. That was not my intent. That was a really, really good match, and honestly, KY put up the best fight I've ever seen in my life. That was such a good match.
That's amazing.
That was
I-
like a finals tier match.
Oh yeah. I was thinking that the whole time. Like, man, if the finals is as good as this match was, then we're set. It's gonna
Yeah, I
be a
think you
great
said
season.
something like that too
Yeah.
in the match.
I mean,
Yeah.
we can have this kind of a match again if we get Weebdream in and Lightning Bolts in the final.
Oh,
Then we might have this kind of a match.
I could see
Because
that.
it
happening.
was, I
not
would
possible?
say it was, it is possible.
Anyway, DB, would you like to talk about the fun match, or would you like to talk about how your match was rigged somewhere?
Okay, I'm gonna clear out what might happen in my match, because it was the first time I played in this tournament, and in the first match I didn't had my teammate, so I lost by 10-1 or 10-2. I think it was 10-1.
Yeah.
And in the second one, my teammate came back, but we couldn't really make it such a clear win, but there was a comeback point when at a point. Anyways, we hardly managed to win that because the other team was really good, but we hardly pushed that to a tiebreaker, and we could have really pulled this off if the match was in bunker, and we were really hoping that whoever the moderators would choose bunker, but it didn't happen. Chrono chose Area 56, and my teammate had no weapons, and I never trained on an automatic weapon. I trained on sniper and plasma, and my teammate was with a sniper. We wanted a long range map, but it couldn't happen, and it was a stupid decision to use snipers in Area 56 when the other team was covering the center. So it was all against us, and we couldn't even camp in our base because of the nuke elimination. So that was it.
So, just to clear something up, it wasn't rigged against you guys. The process that I use for selecting the third map, the tiebreaker map, is that I pick 2 maps from our available list, mostly at random, and then I flip a coin between them. And I did that for the other team that had a tiebreaker that day, or it might have been the day before, I don't remember. I flipped a coin for them, and they got Haunt, I think. And they were like, oh man, couldn't we have gotten Area 56? Because we're better at short range. And then, like, you guys had your tiebreaker. I flipped a coin. I got Area 56. And you're like, oh man, I wish we could have gotten Bunker. Like, it's random, and it sucks. Because if I picked what you guys wanted, then it wouldn't be random. I would be rigging the match at this point. Like, yes, you lost your match. Yes, it sucks. Yes, I'm sorry. But that's the process. That's how I keep it fair.
Mm-hmm.
And we accept the defeat. Anyways, moving forth. What other match do we have to talk about?
If we want to talk more about KY versus the Weeb Dream Team, we can. If we wanted to talk about anyone else, that's cool too.
I think it's mostly about KY versus Dream Team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a really good match.
And I've been waiting for this match for quite a long time, ever since I know it was gonna happen. Because I knew we watched Weeb Dream from winning the first one, and we know how good they were in that. So, and I knew how good this team is because I was in contact with one of the teammates who were constantly sending me screenshots of his matches against the opponents he were going to face in the next match. So I was pretty hyped too, because it's, for once we were going to have a match where everyone is going to use, I knew everyone is going to use a plasma gun. So it was completely balanced. So it was like the most competitive match we had in this tournament, or even in the previous tournaments. So, and it went well. Even if it was best of 2, we still could have went for a tiebreaker. But it was best of 3, still we went for a tiebreaker. And even in the tiebreaker, it ended as a 10-8. So even though it was a really lengthy match, but we enjoyed every part of it.
I agree. There was no part of that match where I felt like, wow, this is boring. I wish I was watching something else. That was really it was a really good match, honestly. So,
and what about the part where I didn't see what happened in the bunker, but apparently Chrono suspected something. It was a kill, a headshot by Flare on Yif.
Yeah,
I couldn't see it, but Chrono did, and he suspected that it was something inhuman. So
it was about halfway through that last match on Bunker that I streamed. I think it was Yif came around a corner and was crouching behind some boxes, what looked like a completely solid wall, and he gets headshot through that wall. And I'm like, okay, that's sketch. And I got that on stream, and chat just sort of like lit up because they were like, there's no way that was legit. So we finished the match. We played it like it was a regular match. We went through the last of the bunker match. We went through the tiebreaker match, which I couldn't stream, unfortunately. And then after we had finished all the matches that day, myself, DB, and Polo and Matt, we all went through we went to a private bunker server and we just started testing. We were like, is this possible from any angle? And you know what? It's possible. If you are at the end of the hallway over by red spawn, you can actually just barely see a couple pixels of an enemy player. So if they're holding still for long enough, which Yif held still for about a second, then if you line up just right, you can shoot through the boxes and get a headshot. I had no idea that was possible until today. And I like if you watch the stream, anyone who watches it will be like, there's no way that's legit. That has to be hacking. So, for teaching me something new about the game and for getting probably the best kill I'm going to see this year, this week's MVP goes to Flare for that kind of amazing headshot, which I didn't know was possible. So, congratulations to Flare for that one.
One of the other thing, apparently, as I say, quote unquote, your quote, that there is using the wall glitch through third person is not possible anymore. And we could see some people have found out that it is possible. So, what about it?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know what we're gonna do about it.
What does it say is in the rule? In terms of the rule,
it says you cannot abuse glitches or exploits, I think.
and using the wall glitch is an abuse of a glitch.
Yes, I completely agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
My concern is that there isn't really a way to say you objectively just looked through the wall on Secret Lab. You did that. We can prove it. There's no way to say with definitive proof that someone has done that. We can't enforce the rule. So I don't know what to do about it, honestly. But yeah, that's a valid concern because yeah, I saw the screenshots we posted in the Warmerise Duo tournament sort of organizer chat. That it is possible and you can get some pretty valuable information through the wall, but I don't know how to enforce it.
Yes,
I thought it's not possible until I saw Erlan's doing it in about 2 to 3 points where I thought he was looking at somewhere, and then I asked you and you said it's not possible. And then I stopped looking there, but then someone came out and showed me that it is possible. So I don't know. If we had known there, even if we suspected it, we could have warned him. To even if who was doing it or not doing, we just could have like generally warned everyone to not do it. So, but we didn't suspected it on the spot. We suspected it afterwards. So I can't say what we can do about this, but all we can do is to remind everyone to not do it. We cannot surely tell if anyone's doing it, but we can tell for some extent if anyone's doing it, and we can warn them. I don't know what else we can do. We can just ask Max to just,
Fix it.
fix it. Yeah, which we have asked him, but I don't know.
That was like a year ago or something like that. It might have been 2.
And what about there was one other case. I don't know if it was in the last week, but it was before. Someone suspected that there was a player. I don't know if it was Emotep or it was Fudge, that their stamina was kind of acting abnormal. I'm not
Yeah.
sure of what case was that.
I don't remember who it was. I think Sturban brought it up because he was watching the matches. But regarding that issue, we asked Max to implement a feature that let us as spectators see players' stamina during a match, and he made that update for us. It hasn't gone live yet, so it didn't show up last week. We're hoping it goes live before the next tournaments next week, the next matches rather. So yeah, I didn't see anything that I knew for certain was cheaty or exploity, but next week we'll be able to tell for sure. So that should be fun. Speaking of next week, Vivek, do you have next week's matches in front of you?
yes, I do.
Do you want to tell us what next week's matches are and if there are any that are worth watching?
Yeah, sure. Round 3 we have Killer's team versus No Connection. Then there's the Free XP versus Los Piudos. Then Weep Dream Team versus Exodial. And Lightning Bolts versus Romaine Gods. So I'd say the 2 to look forward to are basically Weave Dream Team versus Exodial and Lightning Bolts versus Romaine Gods, because those 2 teams have probably the best teams so far that we've seen on stream. So, and they're gonna fight for the semifinal spot coming up next week. So we could see a good match there, especially Weave Dream Team versus Exodial. Exodia have shown like they're really good, basically, and think that's it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So those matches that Vivek just said will be happening on Saturday, and then all of the semifinal matches, so the rounds after that, the ones that we don't know who's gonna play in it yet, those will be happening the Sunday after, so like the day after. And then the final matches, the finals match between the last two teams will happen the following Saturday, and we're coming up with some special crazy rules for that, but we'll have more information on that probably by next week, hopefully. There's only 2 weeks left.
Wow.
Yeah, right? I know. This is
I thought
actually a
there's,
pretty
like,
short
3.
tournament. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Also,
so
it's only
Star.
single elimination. That's why.
Oh yeah, right. Because we don't have to play the losers bracket.
Yeah.
So Star, you didn't talk a lot. What are you up to this week?
School.
Oh yeah,
School.
you're back. You're back this week, aren't you?
Yeah.
Was today your first day? I think I saw something about that.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice. How was it?
It's alright. Got eaten alive by mosquitoes at lunch, though.
Oof. The irony of being eaten at lunch is kind of nice. I like that.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be the one eating.
Right? Yeah.
Eat the
Vivek, how about
mosquitoes.
you? Do you have
The
internet
karma.
now?
Yes, I do.
You were moving,
Actually,
right?
yeah. I just moved
Nice.
like last week, but now I gotta move back to my dorm next week
Why?
So-
Why?
because college is starting.
Right, but why did you move out and then move back in?
No, we're like switching houses,
Oh.
and then I'm moving back to my dorm.
Oh.
Oh, I see. Okay. So
yeah.
you're moving outside of. Okay, I see where you're going now.
Mhm.
DB, you're up. What are you doing this week?
Nothing. Just playing
Nothing.
games.
Nice. Me
Seriously.
too. Yeah.
That nothing, though.
Isn't that the life?
Dude, I wish I had that life. That sounds so good.
I know.
Why don't you play Minecraft with us, DB?
Oh,
Do it. Do it.
Minecraft.
Maybe
Seriously, I never even understood the concept of Minecraft or Roblox or anything. Like, how do you
Honestly,
enjoy a
same.
game where it's just that the pixels are so big that it looks like blocks? How do you
You-
enjoy that?
You get high res
I never
texture
understood
packs.
I didn't understand that word you said.
You get a high resolution texture pack to make the pixels less big.
But what? I never saw anyone that that doesn't give a blocky look.
I mean, everything is cubes. All the blocks are cubes, but you can get high resolution texture packs to make the low resolution cubes high resolution cubes.
But they're still cubes.
Yes.
You
Why?
can't change that.
Why do people love the cubes?
It's a cute aesthetic. I like it.
It's
Imagine
nice.
if everything was
how.
circles.
No, why would it be circle?
That's just weird. No, I can't imagine that.
He's complaining about cubes, I had to.
No, I mean, why? Like, how can people love that? Or what's the concept?
I
loving
don't.
this
I
game.
can't speak for anyone else, but I mean, I think it's just such a cute and simple aesthetic that it's just kind of sort of charming in like a classic way. Like it
Like,
looks
what
like
do you even do in it?
you build.
Survive.
You take those blocks that you hate and you arrange them in a way that looks beautiful when you're done.
So you just build.
You can build, you can explore, you can craft, you can fight. There's so many things you can do in the game,
Mhm.
and there's just
you can get lost.
Infinite
you can get
possibilities.
lost. Yeah.
You can
get
also
stuck
obtain
underground.
diamonds
Not get
and get addicted to diamonds.
Yesterday.
All right. Before we lose track of everything, actually,
Mhm.
Fairy, you're the last up. What are you doing this week?
Work and
I feel
Minecraft.
like that was your answer last week.
Because that's what I do. Work.
No, fair enough. How many diamonds you got right now? Like 107?
I have 2 stacks and maybe 7 or something.
How do you
I
have
don't
more
know if-
diamonds than me?
20.
I don't know if I took those diamonds that you gave me.
I
Probably
never got
not.
mine.
I put them in the wrong. They're in Chrono's garbage part 1 up in
Wait.
Fairy's house. To the top chest.
So how many did you get each? 21.
21.
I saw 19 and 3
I
stacks
stole-
of 21.
I stole 3 for myself. Don't take the 19 stack. That's my stack.
So I have 2 stacks and probably and a half of diamonds. So yeah, I may have a slight addiction.
Unbelievable.
We need to go for more diamonds though. I need 5 stacks.
All right, well, that sounds urgent. Let's end the podcast so we can go diamond mining. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I love having a full house. This was a great conversation. I need to go edit things. So, yeah.
Keep
Have
the
a good
intro
week,
in.
everybody. Keep the intro in.
Yes, like right before the intro.
What was right before the intro?
The joke about muting and I did it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll keep that in. All right, have a good week, everybody, and we'll see you Saturday and
into
Sunday
it.
for next matches. I will, yeah.
Yeah.